Unlock the secrets hidden in the dark. Symbols on the wall, writes about the spark. We dogs vision, playing every part. Unlock the secrets, gotta leave your mark. Unlock the secrets hidden in the flame. Steps to enlightenment, never be the same. Oaths in the circle, shadow in the name. Unlock the secrets, it's more than a game. Unlock the secrets.
Unlock the secrets. Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning in to Illuminati News. The polar vortex rituals are here with the ice event that went down the same day that the California fires happened. This is something that we've been looking at because we thought it was kind of strange how last year, and we were calling it polar vortex rituals, because half of America was freezing and the other half was set on fire. So we're looking into the symbols. What does this mean? You had this ice all in the news. This event went down on 33rd Street. They're saying 34th right here, but 33rd Street on the anniversary of this fire. And it just seems to me like this is some sort of polar vortex ritual. Right here's the protest going on right now where you got ice all up in the news on the anniversary of the fires in California. In our last video, we talked about the fire and ice rituals and tying it into this book cover of the Sith and the hammer, which is the symbol of Saturn. So we even dive deeper in the last video. And how are y'all liking the vlogs? We bringing back the vlogs for 2026, but we got to do a live stream. I got to hang out with all y'all. Hello, Yas Colibri says, ice, ice, baby. Watch Me Tower says, the channel that released the iPad 2 video just released a bunch of videos with ice. Dang, you're right. So if y'all don't know about this, the iPad Goat channel, Heliofant, a lot of people did decodes on this iPad Goat, and they didn't post anything for a year, and then they just started posting all this ice stuff all over the place. That is interesting. 2 days ago and a day ago, and now ice is all in the news. I think they were also showing some bridges as well. I know Decoding with Cody talked about that. Sky Over Spoken says Nick Reiner's attorney quit, claims the kid didn't do it. Oh, wow. Well, we're showing also all the Nicks in the news, right? Nicholas Maduro and now Renee Nicole. She was part of this ICE thing. And there's a big fire in another place in Berlin called Nicolis or something like that. We'll show y'all all that we got here for you. But we got the ice bucket challenges where, you get Billy Bob doing it. You get world leaders, Skull and Bones members doing this ritual, this challenge where everyone partakes in it. There's Zuck. And there's a reason why. These are algorithmic rituals on the world stage. And this is weird. They got like a little candy cane rope going there. But speaking of Bill, there is the flu all over the place right now. And here's a report. The superfly, surging in 45 states. People are very high. And I was reading The Economist magazine because they just released their new issue today. And The Economist magazine shows the world ahead, all the symbols on the world stage that seem to predict what's going to happen. We just saw this with the most recent video of the Illuminati news of the Maduro doing the communist socialist fist, and that was right there on the cover. So I'm reading this Economist magazine today, and they're talking about AI, and these big pharmaceutical companies creating a new supercomputer. So CERN comes to mind when I think about these things, because we're showing how people are going to hook up to the Large Hadron Collider and they're going to smash particles into them through this new technology that's being built, all connected to what we saw happen with the elections, right? How that Stargate portal was a big thing. So this is all kind of crazy stuff I'm reading about. But superflu in gematria equals 118. And gematria is interesting. I was looking up ice as well, and ice equals 17. And so it's 1-7. And on January 7th, on 1-7, this ice thing happened, and ice equals 17. Kind of like neck equals 33. And we have all this neck stuff. And this is going on in Minneapolis, where that person had the neck on him. The Floyd guy had the neck on him. And now Nicole, another Nick that we've looking at. Why are these names popping up all over the place? Even in Nicolassi, there's this fire going on and these outages happening. And outages are happening in Iran too. We'll get to that. I'm jumping ahead. So in gematria, superflu equals 118, which is the Leviathan cross. It is this occult symbol. You see the 118. And the way that these rituals go down is there's a connection to like the World Day, the celebration. So 118's Winnie the Pooh Day. So look out for maybe China. I think this is kind of funny. China, they banned Winnie the Pooh, the memes, because people were making memes of Chi Chang Peng. And Winnie the Pooh was created by this guy, AA. And the AA is symbolism. Aleister Crowley had the AA. I connect this to the Twin Peaks. And Minneapolis is the twin city, right? You got the two towers, the twin symbolism. We're in January. The twins. Here's Aleister Crowley, the AA. You got American Airlines that crashed into the twin towers. And then here's the Twin Peaks. And now the Twin City is in the news. And it's the two pyramids, which is the Twin Peaks. In my opinion, this is what I think it is. I don't know. But I think it's the ancient symbol of the Akhet. Oh, what I was going to say is that this all goes into health and efficiency and energy. We're doing this documentary right now on the wicked smart cities and the wearables. Everyone's wearing their Apple Watches. This is a big push of Make America Biotech Accelerate for gathering data, gathering the data. So these new robots, the humanoid robots that are all on the cover of The Economist magazine, they got cameras on every side of their freaking head, but so are these Waymo cars. These Waymo cars, they're filming everything, and it's all collecting data. That's what it's all about. And taking it to the next level with people's health. Robert Anton Wilson, whose birthday and death date is coming up, maybe we'll do a show dedicated to Ra. He talked about the Celestine laws or something like that. And he made a funny joke about it that kind of stuck with me. He was all like pissed off about how he had to take tests if he was smoking marijuana. And he was like, the government's getting into our bladders. And it sounded like a funny joke, but now they're getting into our different heart rhythms and different stuff like that. Because this technocracy goal of being surveilled everywhere and you'll own nothing and be happy goes into efficiency and energy. And humans, they take up a lot of energy by eating a lot of foods. So it makes me think that this Economist magazine showing all these weight loss stuff with the different pills and all that is sort of so people don't eat as much and consume as much energy. That's what it seems like to me, but I'm just hypothesizing right now with it. Iranian protests are happening, and the mainstream news is not really talking about this. This is a huge story. The revolt is happening against the Ayatollah, but the news is not talking about it at all. The mainstream news and podcasters aren't talking about it. So something to keep your eye on. I don't think it's a coincidence that the Venezuela stuff, this is going on all at the same time. I think it's American, her allies, making moves on the world stage. And Iran is experiencing a nationwide internet blackout. And this is breaking right now. Right here, Cloudflare Radar, they cut the internet off so the people of Iran can't show you what's going on right now. So very scary stuff over there. Interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. After Maduro's capture, Rubio links operation to fight against Iran and Hezbollah. So right there, I mean, it's all kind of connected. But this is an interesting take that our friend Christopher had with the 4 outfit changes in less than 24 hours, all deep fakes. He's been covering these deep fakes back like 10 freaking years ago. And I would not be surprised if these were deep fakes. I'm not saying that he's not actually captured and that his wife didn't join the Black Eye Club, just like Elon had the black eye, but she actually has it symbolically on the correct eye for Horus. And these deep fakes, they have him all happy, right? Thumbs up. So it makes maybe our adversaries not scared. Like, oh, well, he's okay. He's doing good. He's doing a thumbs up. He's all good and smiling. It could be a deep fake, and it makes sense. It makes sense for world leaders to use this. But this has been part of the goal. The orb will see now, the deluge of AI. We read about this in the Orb will see now, Time Magazine, how to reset people onto the internet and get everybody verified to travel the digital highways. They would need to scan their eyeball because we're not going to know the difference between AI and humans here in the next few months. So all the plans are going along. It seems like the algorithms have released a simulation. It makes me think of the lockdowns. The lockdowns happen, and that's AI. That's 19. That's the 19, just like there's the 19 hijackers on 9/11. The AI was not released to the public, but things like Palantir and all that, they were all collecting data and it was all working. But during the lockdowns, they opened up the world back after 2 years. It's the 2-year rituals. And then they gave us the chat GPT. They gave us the AI. AI is 19. And now they're doing these AI medicine stuff. It just seems to be all connected. FBI shuts down Minnesota's investigation into ICE and blocks access to evidence. Can the ICE agent who Minneapolis woman be prosecuted? And so here's Minneapolis with George. It's just weird that everything's happening in the Twin City. It's called the Twin City. And when George, this guy's knee was on him for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That is what Dave Chappelle made his Netflix show about, 846, the 846. But it's a coincidence that in the Twin City that happened, but then the Twin Towers that also happened. The first plane hit at 846. Are these coincidences? I don't think so. I think there could be some occult symbolism and numerology happening. So you got American Airlines, the twin, the AA, one is A. I think there's something to it. And then right here, we go into the 217 code with weapons, and that's the day that the New Year starts, the Chinese New Year of the fire horse, 217. And those are the buildings that fell, was building 2 in that order, then building 1, and then building 7, 217. Here's Minneapolis, named the Twin Cities. Like you have the Twin Peaks television show, and American Airlines, where the girl sees the UFO, the alien on the plane, on the AA, the Twin Peaks, American Airlines, which I think is the symbol of the Aket, which is the 2 pyramids, the 2 mountains, the Twin Peaks. So this is some crazy news. How on January 7th, that's when the fires happened. And then on January 7th, that's when the ice happened. The fire ice polar vortex rituals. And a TV personality who lost his home in the fires is running for the mayor of LA. And I think that the whole fire thing was to set up the smart city, the wicked smart city. And so in Minneapolis, this happened right here on 33rd Street. Just like the Cardinal Stadium, where the Church Kirk Memorial took place on the 33rd ley line. I think all this goes into stuff, into weird stuff. And it all goes into the technocracy, which is all about energy. What else we got in the news? I think that's about it. This is another thing that's been on my mind. Maybe y'all can help me out figure out what this is about. This Dubai chocolate is being pushed heavily. Like it's all over the place. Dubai chocolate. I don't know what it means. Got the green and the black. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm keeping it short. Just want to do a live stream and hop up on here, give you Illuminati news. I'll read some of the comments. Salto Paul says, so many coincidental destructional situations. B.A. Light says, good finds, Donut. Here, let's see if I can go up to the top of the questions. Or maybe you're going to have to just put new questions into the comment section. Dubai chocolate. Thank you, Coffee Girl, for being here. Dub AI. Oh, that's interesting. An ICE agent fired his gun. Ice and fire. Wigmans is starting to collect biometric data from shoppers in PA. Yes, that's like the whole future. That's the wicked smart cities. Green and brown, not black. Lucky colors for the horse. We're the year of the horse. Oh, interesting. Well, I'll keep y'all updated. Just make this short little video for y'all. Much love and God bless y'all.